Alright, I'm back, and I know what I did wrong. So we got to go back to Gehn's laboratory because there is a piece of information I never noticed that we're missing there. I ended up having to look this up. So let's go back to the official name is the Boiler Island, but it's basically I've been calling it Crater Island. So there's a piece of information we've been missing there, and the easiest way back, I think, is just overland. You know, it'll take a minute, but it's still probably the easiest way back. Because I don't have to try to remember how to get to the various domes and having to stop them at the right space and then get in there and manipulate the, the center island and stuff like that. So this is still probably the easiest way. And then just come right back the same way, too. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll go through the Starry Expanse. Why not? I just have to remember how to get to the freaking dome on this, or the spinning dome on Temple Island, I guess is the official name for this one. Alright, let's go through here. Alright, it's on the other side of one of these. I just don't remember exactly which one. Is it? Yeah, it's this one. So we need to flip this around twice. It's 9:10. I haven't had dinner yet. I've been playing for 7.5 hours, and I gotta get up early tomorrow too. So, not looking forward to this because normally I'd be in bed in like an hour and a half. But I want to get this game done. I don't want to stop. Oh, I gotta go one more time. That should be it. There we go. Alright, oh, I gotta stop this. And this island is the circle. Alright, and nope, wrong. I gotta wait. Completely off. Now. No? Now. There we go. It's getting the timing. That's what sucks. Alright, in we go. So Crater Island is the vertical line. That's the one we gotta get to. So, there's a base number to strike the marble. 9. We already figured that out. However, each color has a specific striking force as well. We have the numbers for those. We actually have them correct. What we're missing is that it's plus or minus the base for the actual frequency number. And while I could fiddle around and try to figure it out that way, it'll be much easier to just go figure out whether it's plus or minus and add and write it down. Because that's what we're missing. That is all we're missing in order to get the right frequencies. Then we'll be able to get the second to worst, or second to last, or the last couple worst bad endings, and the good ending to finish out the game. Alright, so the vertical line, yes, that one. Alright, nope. Other way. There we go. There we go. And, oh, I gotta flip it all around. I did what the other one did. There we go. I faced the wrong direction. Alright. So this is the Crater Island dome, it should be. And that closes back up to seal. This is basically like an airlock. You know, it's got to change the... It's got to equalize the pressure. Because in the Starry Expanse, it's breathable, but it's much lower pressure. That's why opening the fissure tears everything apart. Alright, now we gotta go up here and across this way to Gehn's workshop. And when I double checked the notes, I didn't even notice it. I did not notice it. Last time I was here when I double checked my notes. If I had ever just taken a picture of it, this would be a lot easier. Not there. Other side. There we go. Yeah, notice that? Plus or minus. So the dot is plus. Yeah, plus or minus 9. Okay, the dot is plus. The cat's eye is plus. And the vertical line is plus. So the crater is plus. You know, plus, plus, plus. All right. The other two are minus. So that should give us what we actually need. All right, so now we can go back through here, right? Yes. Now we can go back and input the correct frequencies. And then we'll be able to properly link to 233. All right, got to get in here. Got to strike that vertical line on the zoetrope. All right. There we go. Gotcha. And then move back to the circle and the dot for the gold dome, the Temple Island. Just gotta sit here and wait. So that's at green's actually 15. No, 13 for green. Blue is 20. And purple is 23. And then 5 and 8 should be correct. All right. Okay, where is it? There it is. I can already see it. All right, just... doesn't really matter. Wait. They just intersect right there. Flip it that way. There we go. All right. Now we can get up out of here, go into the gold dome, and solve this shit. There we go. Alright, now we gotta get through to the gold dome, which is there. So if we hit this twice, we should be able to get back to the gold dome then. am itching to have this game done. I love this. I'm loving this game, but like I told you, it's just the timing. The fact that I still have not had dinner yet. And it is 9:15. And I gotta edit these videos and get them rendering tonight too, so I can get them uploading tomorrow. So that you guys can watch this, you know, a couple days after the game comes out, rather than, you know, a week later. Alright. Let's hit you again to head back up. Let's hit you to bring this up. We'll double check our placement of the marbles. Those should be correct. Alright, marbles. Yeah, no, my placement's correct for the marbles. Colors and everything. It's this that is important. Alright, so purple, 23. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3. Blue should be 20. So right there. Green should be 13. So 10, 11, 12, 13. And again, this solution is going to be different for every playthrough. You know, the numbers associated with each symbol is going to be different. All right, so orange should be 5, and red should be 8. Uh-oh, something's wrong. Something's wrong because you can't flip these. So maybe red should be 5 and orange is 8, and I have those backwards. Something's wrong. Shit, I should have taken a picture. Alright, if we do that, to lower this back down. Is that correct? Is that correct? Did I do something wrong? Once everything's in place, yada yada. Pull the lever to the left again. If you did it all correctly, light above it should turn white. Press it and you'll be taken back down to the main floor area. Frick. So this should turn white. If we did it right. I fucked something up again. And I'm going to have to go back and double check. Shit. I should have taken pictures. Because something is not right. Alright, I don't think I need you. I'm deleting some pictures from my phone. Something is not right. Yeah, I swear red should be 8 and orange should be 5. But I can't flip these two. They're the wrong sides. So if this is 5, then this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because it's 9 plus 4 is 13. Blue, yeah, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Because it's 11 plus. And then 23. 1, 2, 3 for purple. The frequencies are wrong. They have to be wrong. I just don't know what I did wrong. I know I have the color associations right. I swear I have the frequencies right. I had them written down. But apparently it's wrong? I don't know. The easiest way is just, again, rather than dealing with turning that thing around, I'm just going to go across the maglevs. It's easier than trying to go through the Starry Expanse again. I did something wrong. I have to have done something wrong. And unfortunately, it's different every time, so you can't just look up the solution. The frequencies are different for every playthrough. Remember, each island was attributed plus or minus number compared to the base number of the marble, and your base number was the number which you struck with the machine, and the arrow stayed dead center, and the marble glowed. Unfortunately, each solution is different for each playthrough, so it'll be down to your own calculations. Move each slider based on its island color. Sliders cannot overlap, so you need to place purple, then blue, then green, then orange, and finally red. So my numbers have to be wrong somehow. I swear it's plus or minus 9. Was I wrong? Was it 8? It might have been 8. In which case, everything, the last 3 are off by like 1. Oh god, I don't remember. I'm going to double check. Oh, this is driving me crazy. I would be done with this game already if I had just written things down correctly. Double check the facts. Instead, it's back and forth, back and forth. And the quickest route right now is overland, or at least the least mind-numbing route for me is overland. Because even though I have to, travel across the maglev, and I have to travel across the minecart, it's pretty to watch it happen. All right. Come on. Come on. There we go. Taking forever. I guarantee you I have the base numbers written down right. Okay, I am going to... This is my first full page of notes. I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to rewrite purple, blue, green, orange, red. That's order of highest to lowest. I'm going to assign them their correct symbols. Okay, so purple is the crater, which is the vertical line. Blue is the prison, which is the cat's eye. Green is the dot in the center. Orange is the horizontal line. Red is the dragon's eye. All right. Let's get back over here. And I'm going to write down their numbers again for each appropriate symbol. Now, granted, the order I've written them down here is probably different than what it's written on the thing, so I'm going to have to hunt and peck. But either way. And then if I don't have greatest to lowest in this order, then I've got something fucking wrong. All right. Back to the thing here. Alright, so first off, I want to write down the symbols here. Okay, so dragon is the K with the line. Okay, horizontal line. Okay. The dot is kind of the elbow. The cat's eye is the bow pointing up with the arrow. And the vertical line is the bow and the elbow. All right. So dunny numbers. So dunny numbers. Whoops. Okay, so that is 9. For purple is 9. Okay, blue is the elbow or arrow pointing up. So that is 11. Okay. Green is just the elbow. That is 4. Okay, orange is the horizontal line. That's 5. And red. See, here's what doesn't make sense. Okay, red is the K with the line is 8. Again, that doesn't make sense. All right, I'm going to clear it. Okay, so purple is plus. Yeah, the vertical line is plus. The blue line is plus. Wait, the blue line is the cat's eye. So yeah, that's plus. Wait. Purple is no. Purple is the vertical line. That's the... Okay, I was looking at the wrong one. The elbow with the bow. That's 14. Okay. So 14. That's plus. The cat's eye is blue. That's 11. That's plus. The dot, that's green. That's 4. That's plus. And then the rest are minus. That's what I didn't do. I didn't change those two. Those are minus. But what's the base number? Because I'm gonna get negative numbers. Then. If the base number is 9. Yeah, the base number is 9. So 9. So that equals 23, 20, 13, negative 4, and negative 1. Do I just ignore the negatives? Is that what it is? Because that's what I screwed up on last time, was I didn't do the plus. Or I did the additions, I didn't do the subtraction. So is that what I do then? Is that really the quickest way? All right. Well, in that case, we're going to load up on Temple Island. Because that will put us like right back. That way we get right back there. All right, so yeah, this is ready to go. But we are not ready to go with that just yet. We need to trap Gehn, save Catherine, Alright, through here. Alright. My calculations better be fucking correct this time. They better be correct. Because this is mind-boggling otherwise. Alright, so we still got the bad ones. You know, the earlier bad ones. Before we realized we were supposed to do plus or minus. And I'm like, wait a second. This doesn't quite make sense. Alright. So 23, 20, 13, and then 1 and 4. So 1, 4. All right. Let it all close down. Push in. So do you just ignore negatives then? Because at least it lets everything be in the correct order. Yes. That's what it is. You ignore the negatives. I forgot to do my subtraction last time and you ignore the negatives. Then you hit that. It'll activate the linking book. We'll go back down and we'll be able to use it and talk again. Ugh, that is so annoying. Alright. So the book is active. And the world is being revealed. So we get to link to Gehn's 233rd age. And there we go. Of course, we're in the trap, but Gehn will notice us eventually. And there's the book. See, originally there would have been, you know, so many arrayed around you. You know, 5 of them arrayed around you. But now there's only the one. Now, if you come here without the linking book, basically he'll send you back to get it.
I'm afraid this situation has often required a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gehn. I assume you've heard of me.
Yes, I have.
Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atrus. It's just that, well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes.
You mean that you still are?
I even tried to kill him once.
Yeah, and I saw you actually succeed in the bad
if
ending.
I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed.
Have you really? I don't believe him. I don't trust him.
Be sure the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one. I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer. Atrus's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven. Many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that The Fifth Age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... Well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety. In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them. As far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people.
Basically imprison
The
her.
actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atrus desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state.
What recent state is that?
Which brings me to the point of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may. Thank you.
Basically, he's reading over it to try to make sure it's not a trap. Which, of course, it is. But it's supposed to be so subtle that, you know, he would never figure it out. Because of the time, I'm not going to really go after any more of the bad endings. But basically, I'll talk about them when we get to them, what the opportunities are. I can't open up the menu, so I can't pause it. He's really tempted to use it, but...
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Alright. Sure, why not? So, you can get a bad ending here if you wait too long. Gehn will see your hesitance and basically kill you. I bet you there's an achievement for that. Yeah, he's still a bit hesitant. And we can look out and see him, but he can't actually see us. He just sees the normal viewing pane. So it's a little bit different than the prison books for Cirrus and Akinar that allowed them to communicate, you know, with the external world through the viewing panes. But yeah, basically he just swapped places with us, and he's trapped, and you can get another bad ending for releasing him. So this is the description of 244, I think? Or maybe this is the description book for 233, which I don't know if you can bring the world books into their own ages. I don't know about that. And this is its ink pot and stuff like that. The different fire marbles. Oh, you can actually step outside. Oh my god. Again, this is amazing. You couldn't do this, I don't think, originally. You can actually step outside and explore 234. Oh, wow. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Oh, wow. You can come down here too, where he has his own throne. You can watch the sunset or whatever. Oh, wow. He was burning a book in here. An age that... Oh, you can actually get a look at it. But yeah, it's deteriorated too bad. You can't actually go there. I wonder if that's 244, if 234, or if it's 235 or a different one. I don't know. But I am just thrilled to be able to finally, explore these ages. No moiety messages here. Wow. I am just, again, thrilled by this. I mean, it's not much. There's not much here. Just like in Tay, there wasn't much there. But still, the simple fact that you can actually come out and explore it a bit. Previously, all you were able to explore was this room here. You couldn't actually go anywhere. Alright, I don't know what that just did. Oh, that lowers the cage. Alright. So here's Gehn's books. His journals or linking books maybe, and the world books. He can lock them away. And of course, he uses a 5-point key. And these are blank books, I would imagine. This is maybe an incinerator. Yeah, this is an incinerator. Or no, that's what turns that on. Okay. But can I go down here first? We still need to find the key to releasing Catherine. So this is his living quarters. So that's Gehn. And that is either Catherine. Yeah, it's again my husband and my salvation. I dedicate myself to the love half renewed me. I don't know. So that would be Atrus's mother then, probably. All right, so a new journal from Gehn. I start this latest journal with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the 5th age, and though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she has also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fisher Plateau cage, just as I'd surmised, when suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels, who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel happened to be nearby, and the damnable luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person. A fact that I find hard to believe, but if true, makes the question of why she's returned here all the more puzzling. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that cage has ever caught, I am also filled with hope, as she may yet provide me with a way back to Dunny. It is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the 5th Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction, but I fear that unless I am able to regain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of resurrecting that great civilization will be impossible. If Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I am halfway there. If not, then she is trapped in the 5th Age, and I can only assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. Once again, the Great Wark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. The villagers have been difficult to manage in the wake of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythical beast has been all that kept them in line. Had I known truly its Knowing how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. The search for Catherine continues. I love how he writes her old name first before her new one. I deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day, I sorely realized the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge, not even in the simplified manner in which I presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to exceptional menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all its complexity, and were thus unable to glean any of the underlying principles that are ironically so elegantly simple. It is obvious that so much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the glorious future I had planned for them, this conflict would not exist. The minds of the children, however, are much more malleable. With the proper tutelage, they have developed a more appropriate posture towards the culture that has given them their lives. At times, they take to it almost as if they had a bit of Dunny blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against the future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could wield such knowledge responsibly, when it was quite clear that my own son could not. Atrus, still he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned for him, he had already been poisoned to all thoughts of aiding me in my noble mission. Perhaps that was the only way she could soften the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of the entire civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost, the guilt must have been unbearable. She did seem to love my father and our world, but ultimately she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Dunny became the catalyst for their demise. If I am able to rebuild our culture and in the process connect with such weakness, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary in order that a new and stronger era of prosperity might someday come to pass. I've been increasingly beset by images from the past these last few weeks, so as I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmakers Guild, Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man of the Dunny world, but I cannot bear to think of him for long. It is too much. I was too young to see such things. I have her! Late last night, I received word that Catherine has been apprehended while attempting to persuade some of the villagers to join her. I lost a few men in the process, but I would have gladly paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been imprisoned in my old office, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her return. I've had to fight the all but constant impulse to put her on the gallows, as she has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions, when she answers them at all, in her native tongue. Even so, she is a poor liar. I am now certain that her return to Riven was unintentional, and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her willingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. If Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atrus is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he attempt it? It is likely that his hesitation is due, at least in part, to this dilemma. One way or another, though, he'll have to bring a linking book to get back. There is no other way, except there actually is. It's late and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife, Keta. You were the only true kindness I have ever known. Watching you flicker there in the imager, I sometimes wonder if you were real. If I could restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. Damn these savages! I would be well advised to leave them all in the Fifth Age and begin again with a clean sheet of paper. A stranger has arrived in Riven, with the linking book to Dunny, and once again my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what little I could decipher of his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage mechanism has been damaged, but this is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atrus is certainly behind this, but why would he send someone else in his stead, and with a linking book no less? Surely he would have guessed that I would be waiting for him. Such recklessness is unlike him. Could it be that he's had a change of heart toward me? That after all these years he has finally decided to let his poor old father go? Ha! I know all too well where his loyalties lie. He is only after one thing. Perhaps this stranger should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. I'm beginning to think it was a mistake to allow the stranger to roam freely about the islands. In their ignorant probing, they attempted to power the damaged drawbridge from the Temple Island, and the entire bridge collapsed. A trivial loss at this point, but it irks me all the same. Had I not yet managed to free myself from that crumbling age, it would have hampered my progress severely. But again, it is no matter now. The day will soon come when I will be done with Riven forever. So this was actually written after we arrived and everything. I wonder if that would be there if we hadn't done it. Disconcerting news. Last night, a group of maintainers happened upon a lone rebel scout and were able to engage him long enough to learn of a most implausible device, a crystal window, supposedly capable of amending my linking books, much the way that my own remarkable system does, but with one slight advantage. It is small and weighs only a few pounds, making it entirely portable. If this outlandish claim is true, then the artifact in question must be something that Catherine fabricated prior to her capture, no doubt from an explicit Dunny schematic she brought with her. If only I'd had access to such a document all these years. Yeah, that's not how she did it. His arrogance won't even let him contemplate the fact that, his designs are flawed. His writing is flawed. The portent of this revelation is deeply troubling. Some years ago, the rebels managed to abscond with a dysfunctional linking book I'd intended to destroy. The book was never recovered, but once they had sufficiently atoned for the sacrilege, I graciously decided to let the matter slide, thinking that in their inept hands it could do me no harm. But if Catherine has indeed empowered them with such a device, the rebels may well have linked to another age. It also means that 233 or 234 is no longer safe. This cannot stand. The stranger is the key to all of this. Tracking their movements has given me a good idea of where the rebel linking book and the crystal may be hidden. But before I can deal with that, I must secure the linking book back to Dunny. Everything hinges upon that. If I regain access to my arsenal of resources there, I will happily leave the whole of Riven to its dismal future. Alright, so here's codes. Imager codes. Keta is 5. Keta 5. Father is... I don't remember what these numbers are. 2 and 3. And then Anna. I don't know who Anna is. But that is 2, 3, 5. All right. So then, yeah, this is Gehn's quarters here. Oh, that's what we need to release Catherine. So it's Chu, Cha, 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 Cha. So Cha, Cha. I'm not sure how to describe that third sound. Ratchet. Then Cha, Ding. That's how we release Catherine. Alright, can we... we can go in here. Oh, that's just Gehn's clothes. Alright, so this is the imager. So probably speaking Dunny. But that would be Keta. Atrus's mother, I would imagine. I think she died in childbirth.
Tagamem. San Botegan Shem. Fasi.
Yeah, I think she died in childbirth, and Gehn was so distraught from losing her that he left Atrus in Tiana's care, in his mother's care. And so Atrus was raised by his grandmother until he was like 12 or so, when Gehn finally came back for him. and took him down to Dunny. Alright, what is this? I don't know what this does. I don't know what that does. It doesn't really matter. What we need now is to go back. Because now we can release Catherine. Well, we can get another bad ending if we signal Atrus now, before Catherine is free. He'll be pleased that we've captured Gehn, but disappointed and heartbroken that we failed to save Catherine. So, either way. Alright, we need to go to the prison island to save Catherine. It's now 10 o'clock. I've been going for over 8 hours. We're almost done. We're almost done. Alright, down here. So this is the crater island, so this is the vertical line. Alright. Vertical line. Gotcha. Now, it would have been so much easier in the original where, you know, in 233, there's 5 different linking books that would each take you to the different islands. So we could have just popped out right at the prison island, then popped in back into 233 and out at the temple island in order to signal Atrus and finally leave. But no, that's not how it is here. Alright, speaking of which, Prison Island is the cat's eye. And then from Prison Island, we'll have to go to the Temple Island. Alright. There we go. Get you in place. Good, you're turning the correct way. There we go. So we need the cat's eye. Cat's eye, cat's eye. No, that's the dragon's eye. Oh, it's not easily visible. Okay, so it's not this line. And it's not that line. Okay, could it be this one? No, but I see where the cat's eye is. There we go. Alright, so this should be the prison island. Alright, let's go free Catherine. Okay. So we have 3 different sounds, and there's a combination of 5 of them to get us what we actually need in order to free her. There we go. Alright, down we go. Alright, let's go up. Alright, this is the combination. That should do it. There we go. So that opens this. Alright, so now we can ride this up. There we go. And Catherine is free.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book?
Sure.
You did it. You captured Gehn.
Yep.
We're all free. But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. And you go back to where you first arrived and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atrus. I'll try to make it back there as soon as possible, but don't wait for me. Oh, and don't forget the combination in my journal. You'll need it.
Already solved it. Alright, so we freed Catherine from her prison. And we get to look around her prison now. So yeah, this is the balcony she was on. Alright, a little cot there. Okay, bring this back. Come on. Do I have to... Oh, it's all disconnected. How do I get out? Oh, do not tell me I'm stuck here. Okay, good. She sent it back up. Good. So yeah, it's all disconnected, so that way she couldn't, like, brute force her way into solving it. I think originally there was kind of bars there that you had to figure out how to move around. How to get out of the way. I don't remember. I could be wrong. Yeah, they simplified it a little bit. Alright, so we need to go up here. And this is... Prison Island is the cat's eye. There we go. And we need to get to the gold dome, which is the dot. The singular dot. Alright, up we go. Let's finish this game. So I can have a very, very late dinner right before going to bed. Alright, into the fissure we go. Well, into the starry expanse. Not the fissure itself. Not yet, at least. Alright, how far away are we? Okay, there it is. A little bit right there. There we go. Perfect. This is the one we need. Now the code should already be in. If not, I have it written down. I can convert it to Dundee numbers pretty quickly. So let's go open the fissure. Get the good ending. We'll have missed out on a couple of the bad endings, but it's neither here nor there, really. You know, if you've seen the originals, you can figure what they would look like with these new graphics and full 3D model characters. Which, again, they had to do for VR. All right. Okay, we gotta send this around. Yeah, you can't step into the alcove. Be nice if you could. You just carry it around rather than having to wait for the whole room to rotate and pass through that way. But no. Alright, nope, that's not the exit we need. Let's do this 2 more times. We just need an exit out the front. It could be the main exit, you know, the main entrance, or the side entrance. Either one is good. Hit it 1 more time, and we're good to go. Alright, there we go. Now, right down here should be exactly where we need to go. Alright. We've already got this unlocked. You just pull this around. Oh, I... Pull this down. Gotta get this all the way down. There we go. That might be too far. I'm not sure. But I think it's fine. Yep, that was too low. There we go. That should be right. No? Now I gotta bring it back down? Now we can send it in. Alright, that should be good. Now we just send it up. And it pulls up. And rips everything open. So in the original game, there was a hatch underneath this. Underneath this that you would have to open. And then send the telescope down through the glass. But here, you're just ripping the whole thing out. Yeah, it's going to start very similar to the bad ending where we failed to trap Gehn, but it summoned Atrus too early. But after Atrus gets here, it'll change. Yeah, the starry expanse is right down in there in that fissure. All right, Atrus, you ready?
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book? I don't understand.
Atrus!
Yeah, Catherine has the book.
The villagers are safely in the rebel age. I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of us.
All right, they're going to link back to Dunny. And here's something I've never understood. Atrus should offer the book to us, let us link back to Dunny, but...
Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
Oh, we will. In a further 2 more games
You know where to find
before your daughter takes over. That hasn't been born yet. So yeah, he's going to link back to Dunny. He's going to drop the book in there. And it's like...
Goodbye, my friend.
He's basically consigning us to death, as far as he knows. But then again... You know, we're going to fall into the fissure and hopefully go back to wherever we originally came from. Because, you know, and this is kind of what Atrus assumes happens. Because his mistbook, when he first left Riven, his mistbook fell into this fissure. And it landed right in front of us. That was, you know, that was the book that led us to Mist. So...
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I'm unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my mistbook into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for
Yeah.
my friend. The age of Riven has come to a close, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
All right. And thus ends Riven 2024. I really did enjoy this. It's a beautiful game. I love this game. It's a bit frustrating at times, sure. You know, definitely frustrating at times, but I really enjoyed this. So, we're gonna let the credits roll. Just sit back, relax. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I still have yet to play for the channel Uru and Mist 5 at some point. I did up to Mist 4, but I need to do Uru and Mist 5. If I ever do Uru, it's definitely going to be with a guide. But yeah, next time we'll be back with another game. Either more Age of Empires, if I can get the next campaign recorded in enough time, or we will be playing another game I actually have already recorded, set up, ready to go. All I got to do is upload the videos. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I really do love this game. I love this whole franchise, this whole series. But man, so glad that they remade it. I really do hope that they do Exile next. I mean, as much as I would love to see Cyan do more original works, like I enjoyed Abduction. I haven't played Firmament yet because of the whole AI controversy. Apparently, they used some generative AI in making that game. But as much as I would love to see them do new stuff, I love the way they remade Myst. I love the way they remade Riven. I would love to see them do the same thing with Exile and Revelation and End of Ages. Maybe even, you know, do a proper single-player version of Uru that is better than the single-player version of Uru that was originally released, which was basically a conversion of what was intended as an MMO. So, oh man. But yeah, really did love this. I cannot wait to play it again in VR. Probably going to be a couple weeks. I've got a vacation coming up, so that will probably be the best opportunity for me. But I got to pull my VR set back out and hook it up and have stuff like that. So yeah. Oh man. I'm just kind of curious if there's going to be anything after the credits this time. Since this is like the good ending. This is the canonical ending. No, that's it. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.